Okay. Okay. Hi, this is Kelly, and I'm with Scott, who just returned from Hippocrates, the famous health institute, and he's here to share one of their secret to a phenomenal health. And also, if you have cancer and you find out it's your last few weeks, this is where they go, and we want to know the secrets of how they get well. So you have some?
Sure.
What is it?
Eat sprouts.
Why sprouts?
Sprout is a baby plant. And a baby plant, which is grown from seeds, has 10 to 30 times more nutrition than the freshest picked organic fruit or vegetable on the planet. And so when you eat what we're designed to eat, and you drink the juice from a grass, this is wheatgrass, and you detox your body of all the toxins that have accumulated in your body for years and years of doing the wrong stuff, your body heals. So at Hippocrates, they don't heal you, they give you the tools to change your thinking, and they give you the tools by the food and the drink, and then when you detox, wonderful things happen to you. So it was an amazing experience. And I'm going to be teaching everybody about sprouts today, and I learned it from Hippocrates.
So one of the things that surprised me is Scott said that during their meals, the salad bar was full of all different sprouts, and their plates were not full of leaves like I'm used to doing with salads, but they were piled high with sprouts. So obviously, this is something very important that we need to figure out how to sprout, because they're very expensive. This cost me $7, these sunflower sprouts. So I keep telling him, well, they're kind of expensive to be buying and putting on my salad. So here we go. I'm gonna find out how to do this. How much would this cost?
Let me interject real quick. You think that's expensive? Wait till you have disease. That's really expensive.
Oh so yeah. So I'm gonna.
This is cheap.
$7 for mine.
Right, exactly.
But you said this amount will cost how much when I learn how to sprout from you today?
That will cost you, if you did it on your own, 23 cents.
All right. So I'm ready to learn. All right. What do we do?
All right. Number one, this is how I sprout, and this is what you're going to need: this sprouting jar, a mason jar. You can buy these at the health food store. They're by the ball. Mason jars. They're American
Granite
made.
had.
Yeah, they're American made, and then you need a sprouting lid.
Where do you get this lid?
You can order it off the internet, Whole Foods, Native Sun, anywhere they have it.
Okay, great.
And what this does, this allows the seeds to breathe. So when you have the seeds in here, which I'll show you in a second, you lay it down on the table, it allows the airflow to circulate through here, okay? So another component to sprouting is this, a nylon mesh bag. You feel it?
Yep.
This is what you can use instead of this, which this will make sense in 2 seconds. All right, so you first need the seeds. This is fenugreek seeds right here. And what were you mentioning about this earlier?
These have estrogen, and they're also, it's a plant I heard that blooms once a year, and in Indian stores you can buy it in little squares in the frozen section, and I haven't had it. So when I had it for the first time, I felt high, because when your body gets something new, you get like this uplifting feeling. So, and you said they love it there at Hippocrates.
They love it, yes.
So
they harp on it. And plus, our body is electric. That's why you feel high, because this is what sprouts do. It gives your body electricity. Okay. All you need is seeds. This is 6 ounces of seeds.
Okay.
You pour in the mason jar. Then you take filtered water. You don't use the tap water from the house, because it has chlorine and fluoride. So 1 part seeds, 3 part water. So you fill it up with filtered water, and you might want to shake it up for a minute or two, make sure all the seeds, see the little glob of seeds.
Okay.
So you shake it up, and you let it sit there for 8 hours. You basically fill it up, and then go to bed.
Okay. Just like that.
Just like that.
Okay.
And you let it sit there and soak. So if you have a seed this big, when you wake up, it's going to be that big.
Okay.
Okay, that's why you need adequate amounts of water. Okay? So you wake up in the morning, first thing, you take your mason jar and you extract the water by doing this. See how simple that was?
Yeah, super simple.
And then if you had a tray, if you're going to make bread or something in the oven, you can lay it down just like that, or on the strainer for...
Like a dish strainer.
Yeah, dish strainer. And you let it sit there, and you water twice a day. So you do this at 7 in the morning. So when you come home at 7 at night, this is what we do. You don't even need a lot of water. You do this. This is 12 hours later. When you come home from work, make sure they're nice and mixed well, and you rinse it again. That's how simple it is. And this, in 4 to 5 days, will sprout and grow about a half an inch, and it's ready to eat. And then when it's done, when you're ready to eat, once you arrive home back on that 5th day, you do not water again. You take this top off, and you use the top that came with it, where it's airtight and stick in the fridge. And that's it. So the next day when you want to eat, you want to make your salad, you open it up, put a little bit of sprout, put that sprout, and use this sprout. That's it. It's a piece of cake. So the majority of seeds that you can sprout are just like this. They're the 2 to 5 day sprouts. The harder ones, the more difficult ones, but not really, is the wheatgrass seeds, which turn into that, or the sunflower sprouts, which take 12 days.
12 days?
12 days,
Wow.
Yes. And this takes 7 to 8 days. And the buckwheat and the pea seeds, those take about 12 days.
Which are the most powerful of all the sprouts? Does one have more nutrients than another one?
Yeah, there's 3 mainstays that are Hippocrates, and this is a complete protein, the sunflower. Sunflower sprout. Sunflower, buckwheat, and pea sprouts are the mainstays that are Hippocrates. And on the side of the buffet, they had all the other sprouts. The clover, the alfalfa, the onion sprouts, the beet sprouts, lentil bean sprouts, and mung bean, Chinese bean sprouts.
And was one of these things that you guys were eating or drinking the most powerful of all others?
A sprout's really powerful.
As far as like the number one single most potent thing at Hippocrates?
That would be that.
Wheatgrass.
Yeah, there's nothing more nutritious on this, bar none, in the planet. 97 out of 110, 150 nutrients wheatgrass has. And
is that a protein?
Nothing, it's complete protein, yes. Nothing comes close. Second place is buckwheat. 50 nutrients per 110 compared to that.
And you just got back from a cruise, and how did you do this on a cruise?
Yeah, okay.
What did you do? Did
Very
you bring
good
this?
question. I didn't bring this. I brought my seeds, whatever seeds they were. I think
in your suitcase?
Mung bean sprouts. These are chia seeds. There's like 2 or 3 different types of sprouts. Fenugreek, and I bought this.
Did you bring buckwheat seeds?
No, I bought just 3 or 4.
Okay.
And then I brought this. This is a nylon bag. It's, instead of having this as your strainer for the seeds, you're using this. So all you do is after you rinse the seeds.
But what did you soak them in overnight? Did you find
No,
that
glass.
there?
Glass.
Or just a regular, like a big glass?
Glass, yeah. Don't matter. Yeah, I had the cleaning guy probably was like, this guy's nuts. There's seeds everywhere. So I had.
He's crying something.
Yeah. This is what I had. Transparent glass like this with seeds being soaked.
How many did you have? Like a couple glasses going?
Oh, I had like 5 or 6.
You did?
So when I woke up the following morning with the seeds soaked, I just take the seeds with the water, pour it in here, and wash it off in the shower, and then soak it.
And then just hang them up to
That's
dry.
it. And then 2 days later, the mung beans are ready to eat. 10 to 30 times more nutrition a sprout has than the best, freshest, picked organic vegetable. And the reason is a seed has all the nutrients, all the vitamins, all the minerals, everything contained inside it for it to grow to a sprout, for it to grow to a plant. So how it does that is stores the nutrients in the seeds, and by the time the sprout grows a tail, which is a root, when that happens, it's time for the roots to extract the nutrients into the plant. So you eat the sprouts before that point, and it is 10 to 30 times more nutritious than the best, freshest picked anything. can't eat anything more nutritious than a sprout, grown just like this.
This is so exciting. It's really exciting because the only sprouts I've ever had in life before I met Scott was some alfalfa sprouts, which I wasn't very excited about. And now this is going to change my raw food world. It's very exciting.
And on a side note, when you eat a sprout, your body doesn't lose energy to digest that. Because the protein in a sprout is already pre-digested. It's turned into amino acids. The carbohydrates are pre-digested and turned into simple sugars from the sprouting process, from the seed, the transition from the seed to a sprout. And there's one other thing I can't remember, I forgot. But when you eat meat, your body is robbed of 700 times the amount of energy to digest the meat. It steals from your body. Cheese is worse, it's 1,000 times of energy your body loses to digest that cheese.
Now you are a chiropractor.
Yes.
So when you, like, even to hear about going to Hippocrates as a healthy, man, well, what were you thinking? Like, I'm already healthy, I heal people all the time. What did you think you were going to get out of there, and was it worth it? Like, did you think, there's stuff I don't know, and or did you hear about it? What happened?
The reason I attended it is because I need to care for myself. I've been doing this chiropractic for 14 years, so I was giving of myself. It's time for,
But why
myself.
did you pick that particular place?
I read books about wheatgrass probably 10 years ago, and that somebody laid that foundation. That was the seed that was planted in my mind, and then out of the blue, within 2 or 3 weeks, Hippocrates was mentioned to me, either email or somebody mentioned it, and I said, somebody's trying to tell me something. So I called them up, researched about it on the net, and I said, wow, it was like a resort to me. I was in heaven. I was eating, buffet, the best food you can eat, and saunas, hot tubs, cold tubs.
Were there like the tubs outside? Were there like nature, like springs and stuff?
It's most beautiful. It's gorgeous. I thought California was beautiful. But we're in this, it's on 50 acres and palm trees, and just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. But I had a fun time. They said 80% of the people that attend that come back, I don't want to say yearly, maybe every other year or something, because it's like a vacation. Because when you start eating like this, this changes. Your consciousness changes. And that's what Dr. Clement said. And then when you start drinking this, because average Joe's not going to drink this stuff. You have to have a change up here, especially if you don't prefer the change, you're going to have the change when you start drinking.
When I first started drinking wheatgrass, the first time I had a 2-ounce wheatgrass shot, it was hard to keep down for about an hour, and now it's really easy. But your body, it reacts to it, and the high I get an hour after wheatgrass is beautiful. It's just this feeling of optimism. You're right. When you eat these raw, beautiful foods, you do have different thoughts. There's no question about it.
Life begets life, and you're eating a live food.
And I think you mentioned something really exciting to me that I've been studying. You said you crave what you eat. And so I started studying that concept. You crave what you eat. And so the other day, I was eating a lot of seaweed salad, or I had a seaweed salad and another seaweed salad the next day. And all of a sudden, every time I got hungry, I was thinking seaweed salad. And then, it's true. Whatever I'm eating, like if I'm eating, avocado and the seaweed roll up with, some organic sauce and stuff, I want that every time I'm hungry. What is that about?
That's your body. You supply the body with nutritious vegetables, your body's going to crave that. On the other hand, the following week you give it chocolate cake and mousse and ice cream, that's what your body's going to crave.
So if you're eating, if you're used to a pattern of hamburger and french fries every time you're hungry, when you get hungry, that is what you crave. So it takes just a second to shift, and then you start eating this, and then this is what you crave. People don't believe they're ever going to crave a meal with sprouts. I mean, they're like listening to this. If you're not into the raw food world or the organic, live, fresh foods, you're like, there's no way I'm going to trade my hamburger and french fries for this. But you change when you shift.
Yeah, on a side note, the people, like you said, that eat the hamburgers and the hot dogs and the french fries and the beer, when they see this, they want to throw up.
Yeah, and you might want to feel like it when you start eating it at first.
Because your body starts to detoxify, it's still powerful. But at the end of the second, third week, they love it.
Yeah,
Because your taste buds change, your whole body changes, detox, you get cleaner, your mind gets clearer.
So Scott is going to leave in a few days to meet his brother in Australia, and they're going around Australia in a giant Winnebago, and he's going to set up a YouTube. I talked him into it, and so I'm going to post his new YouTube under this whenever he has it up, and we're going to follow him, and hopefully you're going to post some things that I can learn from on your crazy journey. And
I'll be growing my
I know, I want to see these on your YouTube because I'm going to be like, okay, what are you doing? And one last thing. We went shopping for this, and we bought ourselves a kombucha, and he was looking at his watch going, I don't know if I can have it yet. I'm like, what are you talking about? You don't know if you can have your kombucha yet. All right, why?
When you eat, they say no fluids 15 to 30 minutes before you eat.
Why?
Because it will disturb digestion.
Ah.
We need strong hydrochloric acid. So when we're eating, and we drink like a lot of people do, I did back in the days, you dilute the hydrochloric acid, the digestive juices in your stomach. So it impedes digestion. When you're eating, definitely no drink.
Interesting.
And then when you're done eating, no fluids for at least an hour and a half. At least an hour and a half.
I'm so going to follow you
But
on YouTube.
when you do that, you'll notice, you're like, wow, I'm digesting better.
Oh, great. All right, so if this was fun, give this a thumbs up, and we're going to follow you, Scott, okay? So you have to set up this new YouTube.
All right.
Woohoo! Sprouting now! Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Adios.
I think that's your friend calling you again. Is that? He's calling.